This is the moment armed police arrested a man after he murdered a love rival in the street in front of his toddler. Maurice Jones, 25, repeatedly stabbed Tsvetomir Genov, known as TG, on August 22 last year. The killer, who had recently moved to the area to live with Mr Genov's former partner, confronted him about issues relating to the woman and his son. Mr Genov, who was walking his 16-month-old son in a pushchair back to the boy's mother's house, was subjected to a violent attack by Jones in Gainsborough Close, sustaining numerous stab wounds. Despite the best efforts of the emergency services, Mr Genov died before he could be taken to hospital. Jones fled from the scene, discarding the knife and his trousers. Thanks to key witnesses and intelligence from members of the public, he was swiftly arrested and taken to custody. Video footage released by Wiltshire Police shows the moment two armed police officers apprehended Jones, who remained calm throughout. After being charged with murder and possession of a bladed article, Jones pleaded not guilty to both. During the trial, Jones claimed to have only taken a knife for his own protection, and then used it out of fear, claiming to have lost control of himself. This was dismissed by the jury. The defendant, of Gainsborough Close, Salisbury, was jailed for life, with a minimum term of 30 years. Winchester Crown Court on July 18th. Senior Investigating Officer Detective Chief Inspector Phil Walker said, "While today's sentencing is the conclusion of the court's process, the indescribable grief and sense of loss for TG's family will go on. I would once again like to pay tribute to them for the dignified way they have behaved at court, while having to hear the awful details of how TG, who was a son, father, brother and friend, lost his life following sentencing." Mr Genov's family said, "It is nearly 1 year since our firstborn awesome boy was taken from us. It is nearly a year since his life was taken too soon. He was left with no chance to be saved and died tragically after this awful knife attack."
We basically had an incident which you might have heard about that's happened, and we just need to talk to you about what's happened and make sure you haven't got anything on you that's a weapon device. Just put your hands where I can see them. Okay? Nothing from a pat down.
Woodside Road junction with Pembroke. Let's just get him secure, find out who he is. Put your hands on the car, mate.
Just put your hands over it, mate. Just lean on the car. That's it. Nice one. So we're going to detain you for a Section 1 place search for weapons, alright? You're not going to arrest you for the purpose of the search. Okay?
You match the description, mate, of a bloke that's been involved in an incident close by. Alright, the description we got was a mixed race male with like cornrows wearing a black vest. Alright, so that's why we're stopping to detain you for a search to make sure you've got no weapons, alright? Everything's been audio and visually recorded on PCE 4 from Devisers Headquarters. I've told you the grounds to the stop and search. What's your name?
Reese.
Reese. What's your surname, Reese?
John.
Reese Jones.
John.
Reese what?
John.
Okay. Reese.
I have got
Reese.
search you, mate.
Reese, at this moment in time you're under arrest on suspicion of murder. Do you understand? You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which may later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand?